everyone, welcome back to Abstract Medicine. So I've actually already done the piles. I've read the piles for you. I've read pile 1, pile 2 and pile 3, and this is just a little bit of an announcement before I actually get into the introduction and then go into your piles. So the initial title of this reading was "Where is your home and what is your home trying to tell you?" Now, as I've already read the piles, your home can also be a place within yourself and your soul, the seat of your soul. Okay, it may not necessarily be a physical place, by the way. So there's that. There's also very, very abstract messages. So I'm going to ask you to please use a pinch of salt. If you would like to pinch of salt in the sense of like just take the messages as they resonate for you. If you'd like to book a reading with me and you want to look specifically to an actual location in accordance with your astrological natal chart, when you were born, the time of your birth and the actual location of where you were born, and you're already looking at a place where you want to move to, or you want some real like physical tangible guidance on where you actually get to live and what feels good for you at the place of that where you want to live or where you get to live or where you are right now, and see if it's in spiritual alignment according to your astrological natal birth, then you may wish to book an astrological natal birth reading with me. So with that being said, let's go into your reading. Thanks so much. Press the like button, subscribe to the channel. Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening and good night. Welcome back to Abstract Medicine. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for viewing and listening to the Divine Feminine playlist on YouTube. The Divine Feminine playlist on YouTube, where there's lots of new videos on that playlist. And thank you to the new subscribers and the old subscribers. Welcome to Abstract Medicine. I am Cristallina Fischetti. I'm an artist, a mystic and a podcaster. I have a podcast called Hype A, that's Hypea, Hype A, all about amplifying voices in the arts. If you are an artist or you work in the entertainment industry and you want to get some advice from amazing leaders in the arts, then Hype A is where we give you access to exclusive content. All you need to do is tune into Hype A on your podcast platform of choice, and you can listen to amazing leaders. Also, we have a new subscription service. As we currently do not have advertisers for our business on Hype A, we do appreciate your subscription for £2.99 a month, which works out to about $3.20 a month. Less than Netflix and definitely more entertaining and educational. So today we're going to be using a Divine Doors cards for your pick a card, and today's messages from the Divine, inspired by the Divine, I'll be here channeling the messages, is: where do you find home? Where do you find home? And what is that home telling you? Where do you find home? And what is that home telling you? I'm just shuffling the cards for your pick a card selection. There's going to be 3 cards today, which is 3 piles. And usually what I ask for you to do, if you are already aware of the procedure, I ask you to meditate over each pile and then select the card that really resonates for you in the timestamps below in the description box, as well as in the pinned comments below. So that's going to be pile 1. Pile 2, and one more. Pile 3. That was nice and easy. So, where do you find home? Where do you find home? And what is that home telling you? Where do you find home? Pile 1, this will be your card. Where do you find home? and what is that home telling you, pile 1? Okay, pile 1. Pile 2, where do you find home, and what is that home telling you, pile 2? Where do you find home, and what is that home telling you, pile 2? This would be your card, pile 2. Where do you find home, and what is that home telling you, pile 3? This would be your card. Where do you find home, and what is that home telling you, pile 3? This would be your card. If you find it difficult to pick a pile, pick a card, then you may wish to listen to all of the cards. You can listen to all of the cards and just see what messages resonate for you. Just bear in mind this is a general reading. If you would like a private booking, a private reading to go more in depth into your personal situation, whether it is a relocation, a move, even finding out more about your astrological natal chart, your date of birth, the timing of your birth, the location of your birth, then you may wish to book a reading with me, and the information is on the website on the healing page down below. If you find that you want to book a reading with me, or you want to go more in depth about your love life or your life guidance or purpose, whatever it may be, even a healing shamanic healing session, then you can find the information on the website. And if you're unsure, you can just send me drop me a message on the contact page. Take a moment to meditate over each pile, and once you've selected your pile, we will be starting with pile 1. Okay, pile 1, so you have chosen this card. Where is your home, and what is your home telling you? Just looking at the card now, I'm seeing that some of you, your home could be in a terraced home. This could also be a place where there's lots of people, a city, a town, a dwelling where there's like terraced houses. So there could be a place, it could be a place where you might live where it's where there are lots of people around, like a community. Bless this space. Your sacred space holds the soul to bear. Palo Santo or sage will clear the air. Some of you are being asked to clear the air and sage your home as well with Palo Santo or sage. So I feel like there's a little bit of a clearance that needs to be taking place in your current home right now. And I feel like there's a lot of activity and commotion and maybe just too many people around you. So this could be an indicator of your current situation, your current home, your current space, okay? We're going to get some cards from the Rider-Waite. Pile 1. Where is pile 1's home, please, dear angels, ancestors, guides? Let me have a glass of water. Pile 1. We have the Chariot, the Ten of Cups. I will say that some of you have already found your home. 4 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, two more, please, Spirit, if possible. Thank you. And we have the 10 of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles. We have the Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, and the 9 of Pentacles is showing. So what I will say is that for you, pile 1, we also had a flash of the three of Cups, which is the friendship. So I would say that your home involves you traveling. Some of you could be single at this time as well. I feel like your home right now is a family home, or a place where it feels very familiar to you. I feel like right now you have worked there, you've lived there. So I'm going to give you examples. So say, for example, I was born and raised in London, in England. You know, I studied there and I lived there, and you know, there was that, but there was also this energy of like going back and forth to Italy as well. And that would show me that some of you have worked, you've studied in the place that you are at right now, in the location that you're at. Your home location is where you were born, or at the very least where you were raised, where you grew up, where you studied, where you work, and where you developed your skill sets, and where you work. So this could be going to college, going to university, or going to an apprenticeship, and then going straight to work in a company there, in the current place, the situation, the place where you are at right now. I actually also think that you have options. With the Two of Pentacles, I feel like you could be undecided about moving, but I think there's kind of a back and forth. What I'm getting is a back and forth here. The first card that we pulled for you, pile 1, is the Chariot card. The Chariot card is a major arcana, which means big changes. Some of you may have gone through many changes, where you've moved from one flat to another flat, or a block of flats, or a home, a house, to another house, you know. And I think that there's been a lot of movement in your home situation. I don't feel like it's been bad. I feel like you've just maybe relocated a lot in the particular vicinity where you are at right now when you were raised. I do feel like you felt a sense of deep comfort there, and you felt very at ease, and, you know, just very happy there, because we have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. But what I'm seeing here is that I think you have the option to live somewhere else as well as come back to this place. So I think that maybe this reading is coming to you at the perfect time, because this is exactly what you need guidance on right now, pile 1. And that's what I'm seeing, is I'm seeing that you need guidance right now. There you go. You need guidance right now, and I think that you've been needing guidance for a while, with regard to where you were going to move to. I think you have the option of living in like 2 places, or multiple places, but I think that one place is where you feel most at ease, where your family is, or you've got good community there, and you feel very happy there. You feel like, this is my home. So say, for example, I travel a lot, and for example, when I come back to London, I don't live in London at this time. I live in the countryside, although I'd like to buy a flat in London at some point. But I live in the countryside, and it's about a 2.5 hour, 3 hour drive. By train, it's about an hour and a half by train. Door to door, about 2 hours, right? So I think that, you know, when I go back to London, or when I'm flying into London, it's like, yeah, I'm back home. Like, there's a sense of like, okay, I can just remove my boundaries a little bit and just chill out and feel at ease in the place where I feel it feels very resonant to me, and it feels very comfortable. It feels very comfortable, you know. And this could be exactly what you experience, is that wherever you are, you're like, cool, I feel I'm at home, I'm back at home, yes. And there's a sense of identity there as well, where you are at. But I think that where you need to go, to be honest with you, I think that where Spirit is telling you to go is telling you where you so like, one place is where you were raised, where your family had brought you up, and the next place is where you will create a family. And that could be creating a family where this family is full of pets, and full of like, this could be a blended family where you and your partner have children from a previous marriage or a previous connection. This could also be where you start to have a family of your own, where if you're able to conceive and you're happy to have children, and you want to have children of your own, or even adopt, or something like that. Whatever family looks like to you, or even coming to a place where you feel this sense of tribe and community with your community. This could be LGBTQ plus community, the Black community, Asian community, whatever kind of community that looks like for you going forward. I feel like this is where you need to go. And I feel like you'll always have this previous place to come back to and to fall back to. But I think that with the Chariot card, it's telling me that, okay, well, we need to put the gear in motion to move forward. There's an energy of momentum that's kind of picking up for you. And I think Spirit wants you to take the courage here. With the Chariot card, it talks about courage, to move to somewhere new, because you're always going to come back to this place, and it's always going to feel where you'll feel protected and at ease and at peace. But there's a sense where Spirit's like, come on, you can move forward to a new place here, where you have your own family and a new sense of tribe. Okay, let's find out more about where your home is, and what your home is telling you. Look, we have the Two of Ariel, which is the Two of Pentacles again. So this is definitely a sign here, collective, that even though this new place will involve a lot of movement, a lot of financial, I just heard rigmarole, so planning and financial flexibility, like saving money, putting money aside, finding ways how to invest. And you know, when you move to somewhere new, it involves a level of risk, but it also involves a level of calculated risk, which the Two of Pentacles would involve. That Pentacles energy is coins, it's money, it's investment, it's your time, it's your energy. So however you think about money, that's kind of where your money goes, I'm hearing. So if you think your money is, or money in general is like lucrative, so that's where your energy is, that's where your energy goes. Though you will find and you will attract more lucrative possibilities and endeavors. If you think that your money is like lacking, then that's where your energy will go. You'll go into the energy of lack, and then you'll therefore not have any money to spend or have any money. So there's something here also that's telling me something about the maybe Mercury in retrograde. At this time we are currently Mercury in retrograde. So Mercury is a messenger, and so the message from Mercury is saying, well, maybe there's a re-evaluation, re-institutionalization, you know, moving abroad, moving somewhere where you're working abroad. Maybe there's a possibility that's been given to you by Spirit, with the Page of Pentacles here, that's saying, well, maybe you've received a message, a contract for a new endeavor where you can start alone and you start working somewhere where you are more financially independent. But it's going to take a level of risk here with the Chariot card. I think Spirit wants you to move forward to this Two of Ariel energy. It says here it's important to have balance. Working multiple jobs or projects at once make more fun. So I think this new place is going to ask you to find balance in multitasking, to find balance in I don't know, I just feel like this new place, there's going to be a lot of activity and a lot of movement and a lot of change and a lot of shifts. As I'm saying this, there are two birds on the roof. Hi, I'm waving at them. One's a male and one's a female. I can tell by their crest. One of them's a male, and the male's flown off. The female's still looking through the window. What's your message, bird? Oh, okay. So the bird is telling me that they've just met. Okay, they've just met together. They're in a new relationship, both of them, these two birds, and they're going to be starting a family soon. She's saying by spring, I can talk to animals, by the way. She's saying by spring there's going to be a new brood, and she's had to play coy with her current partner, and her partner had come in and found her very attractive. She's currently on her own at the moment on the roof. Her partner has flown off, but she knows that she can be independent even in a relationship. That's what the bird is saying to me. And yeah, that was the message. She's flown off now. She's actually flown into the tree, which is telling me that that's her home, and the tree is right opposite opposite my window and opposite my home. So that's the message there. So you can be financially independent, you can be emotionally independent as well, and do your own thing, have your own interests, even still while being in a relationship. So some of you are going to be meeting someone abroad, or someone you'll be meeting at a new job placement where there'll be a new home, there'll be a new sense of stability. Now the Ten of Pentacles tells me that there is, you know, a big chapter happening in your life, and this is what Spirit is asking you and urging you and encouraging you to move into this energy here. I'm just having my lovely tea. I'm having ashwagandha tea. It's just gorgeous. It's so good for your mental health, but also for your immune system. Ashwagandha, by the way. Ayurvedic tea. A yogi's tea, or yogini's tea. So you have two cards saying the same thing. Two of Ariel. Now Archangel Ariel could be an angel that you could work with. And let's have a look at the card from the Radley Valentine Archangel Power Tarot cards, by the way. I love this deck. Two of Ariel, or Ariel. Let's have a read and see what Ariel is saying. Now, we did say that there is a need to sage and to clear your home at this moment. I think that Spirit is making way for a new opening, a new place where there's going to be maybe not so many people around you, possibly, and just more of a clearance. I feel like this is a brand new start. It's about clearing the books, clearing the financial books for a new start as well. So the Two of Ariel, it's important to have balance. You may be working multiple jobs, or you have several projects going on at once. Reconsider your to-do list. Is it really necessary to accomplish it all? The key to managing stress is to think of ways to make your situation more fun. Look at life in a playful way. You may be having challenges balancing your budget. Be cautious of juggling your finances in a way that causes long-term difficulties. Career changes could be looked at carefully and decisions made slowly and logically. Going with the flow, making it look easy, and the ability to get by on little money. So I do think that there are career changes involved here. I think that some of you have been offered an opportunity at work, or you will be, and that's where your home is. Okay, let's have a look at this Chariot card. Thank you, Spirit. We have the Eight of Gabriel. Yeah, so the Eight of Gabriel, or is the Eight of Wands. There's a lot of activity and movement, you see. So the Chariot is great change, great movement. Now the Chariot card is Cancer energy. So some of you could have your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, your ascendant, or your Mars sign, your planet placement of Mars or Venus, or maybe even Mercury for some of you in Cancer. Now Cancer does involve the home, traditionally in astrology. Let me just, one moment, let me just have a look at my notes. Now, we do have number 7 here. So I'm going to just, before I look at the Eight of Gabriel card, one moment, I want to see about the number 8. Now, sorry, the number 7 in the Chariot card. Now, the number 7 in astrology is the House of Libra. Now, the House of Libra talks about partnerships. It talks about work partnerships as well. Also, it's the House of Venus, where Venus rules. And I will say that with the House of Partnerships, I think that maybe for some of you who are in a relationship and a partnership in love, and you're very happy with where you are, you get to have two homes. So one that feels very familiar, at least for one of you, you were born and raised there, or maybe both of you were born and raised in the same place, but you get to move together to a new place. And it's going to require some of your, a big amount of trust, but also balance, financially speaking, as well. And also to be a bit more fluid as well, I would say. Now, I just want to see one more thing. Where is my... Now, I will say that with number 7 being the 7th house, I think this new place is also tied in with the Chariot card, because I think that you'll be moving, you'll be driving, and then also you'll be staying there. So I feel like some of you could be working from home as well as traveling and moving, maybe even flying here. With the 8 of Wands does talk about flight travel, so I feel like, you know, there's an energy of like balancing out your relationship for some of you, where one of you stays at home and the other is working abroad or has a distance to travel. Within the relationship, this is going to be a little bit taxing, I will say, and it's going to require a lot of your patience, trust, compassionate nature, your capability to negotiate with your partner as well, and also to build with your partner, because partnerships involved building something together, having children, having a business together. What are you creating as a legacy within your partnership as well, is what I will say. I also think with the House of Cancer ruling the 4th house, involving home, this also involves motherhood, involves family and home, as I mentioned before. So this can also talk about your ancestry. So I feel like there's something about your current place that feels like it's the place of your ancestry, but for some of you this could be actually moving to a new place where you create legacy by having a family of your own, as I mentioned before, or this is actually the place where your ancestors have come from. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. Now let's have a look at the 8 of Gabriel. 8 of Gabriel. Now the 8 of Gabriel says things are moving at a very fast pace. All delays are over and now the sky's the limit. It may be a little overwhelming, but it also feels good to see your plans moving forward. It could feel as though there are too many things going on at once, so it will be necessary to stay grounded. It's important to have a very organised plan so that things don't spin out of control. New information or messages come your way. It's a good time to promote yourself or your business. Communication is accurately received by all parties right now. Too many balls in the air, flashes of inspiration, immediate results. So that's what's coming up for you right now, is that some of you are a little bit overwhelmed, but it's important to keep an eye on the prize, I'm hearing, for some of you as well. And I also feel like this does require a lot of courage. Now Gabrielle she has a lot of fire. You know, she's the archangel of messages. She brought in the message, they, because it's kind of like, you know, fluid energy, Gabriel. She brought in the message of the Annunciation to Mother Mary, didn't she? That she was going to be pregnant with the Son, the God that would essentially extinguish evil from the world and save our souls from sin. So that's a pretty big endeavour, isn't it? Now I wouldn't be surprised now at the time of this reading. It's currently the energy of the nativity, it's Christmas time. So this could be, you know, where you yourselves could be like, oh my gosh, I've got this big mission to fulfill and I don't know how to do it. Now this big mission could be something creative. Gabriel, to me, is the archangel of creativity, writers as well. Archangel Gabriel is known to be a patron of creativity, as well as a helpful and supportive guide to accomplishing all our goals. Gabriel was chosen for the first suit in this deck by Radley Valentine, because it represents the aspects of our lives where we take action. Creativity and passion combine in order to empower us to make our dreams come true. This suit also reflects artistic abilities, careers, and the desire to develop and grow. So there's a message there for you, collective. For those of you who chose pole 1, is your new home is telling you that your creative abilities are going to be increasing with the help of Archangel Gabriel and Archangel Ariel, in a new place where you will meet your partner, you have children, or you have a community or group or family of your own, whatever that may look like to you, whatever you want that to look like. And it's going to be in a new place. It's going to require a lot of trust, courage, perseverance, I'm hearing, but also balance between 2 places. Now, just a little disclosure from my end, this is actually happening for me at this time. So maybe this is my pile, I don't know. But I'm going to be between England and Los Angeles. So I'll be spending 3 months in Los Angeles next year in 2024, whilst also, you know, finding a way to continue to support my home here in England, as well as supporting myself and my dreams and my creative endeavours to abroad. So there's a need for travel here with the Gabriel energy of flight. Archangel Gabriel talks about flight, travel. Now let's have a look at where this home could possibly be. And the next deck we'll be using is a beautiful deck which I rarely use here actually on Abstract Medicine, but the deck is called Sacred Sites Oracle Cards, and this deck is by Barbara Meiklejohn Free. So if you want to purchase this deck, then you can do that too. And it's all about sacred sites, but for me it's about a specific location that feels sacred or familiar to you. Okay, so where is pile 1's home, and what is this home trying to tell them? Thank you, Spirit. We have Machu Picchu, so your home could be the home of your ancestors. This is in Peru, or at least South America. This could also be your family being from these places, one of your family members. Okay, we also have Rapa Nui as well, which is Easter Island. Okay, so your home is Easter Island, or possibly even this could be the home of your ancestors. We have Glastonbury as well, which is in England, and this could be the home of your ancestors, but also could be a place where you are really feeling that inspiration. I feel like some of you had some downloads or some dreams about visiting Glastonbury or traveling there. Okay, and then lastly we have Thunderhead. I think this may be in Arizona, but I'm going to check with you right now. Thunderhead. Okay, now we have Astrology here as well with this card of Glastonbury, and we have Indigenous. We definitely have Indigenous tribe here as well. So I'm just going to have a look at Machu Picchu first. So Machu Picchu is the energy of perspective, but also could also be Cusco. All right, so because of the nature of how they came out, I'm going to read these 2 cards as your past home, as in your past life, and these 2 cards as in your present and future homes. Okay, so your past on this card before you is Machu Picchu's Inihuatana, hitching post of the sun. One of the few surviving examples of such stones dedicated to the sun god Inti. Now this is really funny because I actually have ancestors and ancestry I'm Incan, essentially. So, and that's directly on my mother's line. And it's only just by one generation. Sorry, not my mum's generation, but the generation before. So 2 generations ago, pure indigenous people. And I actually have the god Inti tattooed on my left arm, which is an indication of my feminine line, which is very interesting. So this could be significant to you. The sun god Inti could be significant, or South America, Incans, etc. So this is your past, and this is your past life. So some of you may have had flashbacks of this in past life regressions or your dreams, or maybe through using divination. The Inca believed that the stone held the spirits of the ancestors, which would leave if it was broken. Okay. Fortunately, the Spanish never found Machu Picchu, so the deities of that place still reside there. Where do you feel your spirit resides? If you sense a personal association with any special place, try visiting it or meditating on its picture in order to tap into memories of a past lifetime that may be associated with that site. The card's power symbol, a stone sun emblem, offers the medicine of transformation, connecting you to the primal energy of this land. Try the perspective visualization opposite to draw on the power of this site and allow it to show you what has gone before and why, so that you may gain a better perspective on your life as it is now. All right, let's have a look at Rapa Nui. Your energy focus is stewardship. So if your ancestors, your past life home, is perspective, then the word for Rapa Nui would be stewardship. Now I think this involves teaching or studying about your past home, your past life. Okay, let's have a pick up of this card. Rapa Nui, Easter Island, can be viewed as the ultimate lesson for humanity. Overexploitation of the island's resources, spiritual pride and hunger for power had resulted in environmental exhaustion and social collapse by the time of the European arrival in 1722. This is just one interpretation of the history of the sacred place, but such prioritizing of man's activities over environmental sustainability continues worldwide to this day. The card depicts one of the petroglyphs in which the island abounds, used as totems or to mark territory. The power symbol belongs to Tangata Manu, bird-man cult, of which the creator god and fertility deity Makemake was the principal god. Makemake was a principal god. In later years, young men were sent annually to retrieve the first egg of the sooty tern, to bestow great honour on the victor's chieftain and clan, and win the favour of the ancestors and gods, in the hope that this would improve their chances of survival on the island. In the past, have you put your own seeds before care of your community or environment? It is never too late to be a good steward. Act now. Birds could be of significance to you, but also maybe you feel like, for some of you in your past home, that you've not been feeling that sense of community, or you've been working more on your career and focusing on your career over your community, whereby the new place you'll be moving into, there is a sense of community and family. There's more of a family focus. I feel like your past home involved happiness, but also involved a lot of work in your career, like focus, and maybe your new place involves more of your creating your own family and more love-based. Although I know these cards talk about money and being fluid and saving, and there's a lot of activity and multitasking, but actually I think that for some of you this actually involves you focusing more on the love portion of your life now. All right, so Southeast and Pacific Ocean we had in your past life or your ancestors, and we had Peru. Now let's have a look at Glastonbury and see, this could be your new home or feeling a sense of home. You can also do this through meditation, remember. You know, your new place of home can also just be a place where you meditate. Just as a side note. got to find it. I know, it's taking a long time. My apologies. One moment. It's just tricky to find. Here it is. Glastonbury. There you are. All right. So let's have a look at your future. So the new home you feel at home in and where you'll be moving to, and what your home is telling you in your future is the tower on the tour is all that remains of a church named for Michael, the mighty archangel who battles confusion. A carving on this tower honours the goddess Bridget in the form of Saint Bridget. The tower marks the point where the ley lines of Michael and Bridget intersect, the heart chakra of the world. The zodiac ring on the card refers to the huge map of the stars embedded in the Glastonbury landscape. Said to allow communication with the heavens, with great practice, teleportation is possible. Try it. Imagine travelling through the mists of Avalon, from the Chalice Hill to the Tor, then rising up to the planets. In the upper world, antlers instill the male energy of the god of the forest, the green man, whose protection balances the female energy of the lower worlds. Grail Maiden. Glastonbury is the point where the power of Michael and Bridget, of the green man, and the Grail Maiden, of the divine masculine and the divine feminine, meld together, offering a complete picture and allowing the seeds of knowledge to blossom into the flowers and fruits of understanding and wisdom. Now, this energy focus involves blossoming. The location is in Somerset in England. Your new home involves a partnership of love, because this card talks about romance. Now, I would say for some of you, this is actually your divine partner. We have the energy of divine feminine and divine masculine here in this reading for you, Pearl 1. So your home involves feeling at home with your partner. I feel like you're being guided not only by Archangel Gabriel and Archangel Ariel, but you're also being guided by the Maiden, which is Bridget, as well as Archangel Michael. So it doesn't really matter where your physical home is. Your home is where your heart is, and it involves deep surrender. It involves a blossoming of your heart chakra opening up, as well as a divine counterpart. England may also be of real symbolism of importance. Thunderhead. Your new home potential also involves wisdom. This place could be South Dakota in the USA, or USA could be your place, your new home. So let's have a look at the future potential. White buffalo calf woman, also called Wakan woman, Wape, mother of life, mother superior, offers you the Chanupa Wakan. So she's holding the Chanupa there. So for those of you who hold medicine and do medicine with indigenous tribes in North America, then Chanupa would be one of those pipes that you'll be smoking. Okay, I also feel like the mother of life energy is saying that some of you are going to be mothers very soon, and that's where you find wisdom. There's two messages of wisdom here as well, by the way, for your future. So the sacred pipe of the Lakota Sioux, smoking this gives access to tribal traditions, such as storytelling and sacred visions that demonstrate the great responsibility that comes with walking the fearless path. Do you feel a connection to Crazy Horse, this earthly visionary and warrior, or to White Buffalo Calf Woman and her goddess-like creative powers? The feathers on the card indicate that much remains for you to experience, and the opportunities to do so will present themselves soon. The sun behind White Buffalo Calf Woman denotes travel. Reconnect with the Aboriginal people of your chosen land and strengthen your bond with the sacred wheel of life. You must follow your vision regardless of the perceived dangers that lie ahead. Minimize risk, but don't let fear of the unknown or unfamiliar stop you. Now, I did mention that there is a message here about taking your bold leap of faith and having lots and lots of courage. Don't let your vision get squandered or clouded over. Make sure that your vision is focused. USA is also of importance. So tapping into the goddess energy, for a lot of you, you are the divine feminine here in this pile. It's been a blessing. I've really enjoyed reading for you today. I really hope that you've enjoyed this reading. Now remember, we had South Pacific, South America. We also have England and the USA here. We have the energy of the sacred pipe, tapping into your ancestry. The sense of maybe feeling more of a community in your new place and you creating a community of your own, being a mother yourselves. If you found this message of resonance to you and you found it helpful, please do put a comment down below. I really appreciate it and it really helps the channel. Please press the like button. If you would like to tip me or give me a Christmas gift, I appreciate that, or buy me a coffee. The information is down below in the pinned comment, where you'll find a link to the PayPal account as well as the Wise account, where you can put a direct payment there as a thank you gift. Thank you so much. Press the like button, subscribe to the channel. God bless. Have a listen to Pile 2 and Pile 3 if you feel called to. Thank you so much. God bless. Take care. Bye for now. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. So for those of you who chose this card, this is going to be a message for you, Pile 2, about your home, where your home is and what is your home trying to tell you. This is a beautiful card. The divine door here is showing me there's a lot of colour. There's a lot of, I feel like some of you could be painters or singers, musicians, set designers, you work in theatre or you want to work in theatre. There's this energy here that I'm picking up on of film, television as well, stage, cinema. Yeah, and this door is closed, but I see that there's an opportunity to open it. This is also giving me the energy of Venice as well, Venezia in Italy, not Venice, LA, Venice in Italy, where you would just get a gondola and then you would stop at the door and then you would open the door to your own home. So Italy could be of significance to you as well. Pile 2, gorgeous card. Let's have a read and see what it says. Distant dream. The distance calls your heart to roam free. As you dare dream it, so must it be. Pass this card on. Okay, so your dreams involve a distant horizon. I feel like some of you have been dreaming about starting something involving your dreams. Some of you also are needing to pay attention to your dreams as well with regards to your home and where it is and what your home is telling you. I think there's a need here to dream and to dare to dream. There's the energy of star energy, Hollywood, star power, stellar energy, being a star, being a movie star. There's the energy here. There's also feel a message here from a spirit that's telling me that your dream involves a way to go. This could be travel, there's a distance, or maybe there's been a hold with regard to your dream. So you've had to put your dream on hold, maybe because you've had children, you've had to focus on your family and your children, their health, their well-being, their education, or something like that. You could be at a stage of your life where you've had to put your dream on hold because you've worked a 9-to-5, a corporate job, or you've had to provide for your family, and now you're moving into an energy where you're now coming into your pension and you can now focus on your dream. Okay, so I've already pre-shuffled these cards. I don't know what these cards are, but let's have a look and see what the Rider-Waite tarot deck is saying. So we have the Temperance card, we have the Two of Wands, we have the Knight of Wands, We have the Eight of Wands. We have the Page of Wands. And we have the Hierophant. Wow. Pile 2, for those of you who picked Pile 2, we have two major arcanas bookending the reading. And it's interesting because Pile 1 also started with a major arcana. Let me just have a cup of my beautiful, gorgeous ashwagandha tea. Ashwagandha tea, by the way, helps reduce stress, inflammation, and it's very good for your mental health and well-being in general. It's an Ayurvedic tea. It's good for yogis and yoginis. And I'm talking about inflammation. I feel like there's a lot of fire here. So I'm picking up on people who, in this reading, could be Aquariuses. I just picked up on that. I wasn't meant to say that, but Spirit was like, say Aquarius. Aquarius, Sagittarius, you could be fire signs, including Aries or Leo. You may have this in your sun sign, your moon sign, your ascendant, which is your rising sign, your Mercury, your Venus, or your Mars. I'm also seeing the energy of Taurus too. So Pile 2, I see there's a need to not burn out. For a lot of you, you're needing to not burn out. I feel like your dreams have been at a distance for a while, and I feel like you're thinking about moving forward towards your dream here, particularly with the Two of Wands. I think there's this feeling of a lot of you have been really balancing out your commitments, and you've been very good not to explode and to be angry or frustrated, or even emotionally oversensitive. I feel like what I'm seeing here is that there's the energy that I'm picking up on is your dreams are at a distance, because I see that there's a crown and there's a long route here in this card. So I'm seeing here that there's possibly this feeling of, okay, I have to be grateful for this situation and I can't have resentment over my current situation, my current home. But in the distance horizon, or even what's in the back of your head, is this crown, this golden glory. So I feel like some of you have had to just like play it cool, play it safe, not be prideful, and that's good. But I think that there's a sense of self-deprecation a tiny bit, and also a sense of too much humility. I think a lot of you are needing to have more gumption in your dreams now, you know, and in all honesty, you do only live once in this lifetime, and I think that a lot of you are needing to use the natural state of your being, which is very fiery, your driven state, your ambitious state, to good use, I'm hearing. Because I think that that fire can lead, if it's not manifested or it's not channeled in the healthy way through creativity, then it can be channeled in a really low vibrational negative way, where there's a lot of anger. It can be manifested in inflammation, you know, heart palpitations, heart attacks. You know, maybe these are things that you've already experienced already. But I see here that there's actually this feeling within you, maybe even for the last time, you've got this second chance from Spirit for some of you, where it's all good to be tempered, and it's very good to be balanced and humble, but you know, Spirit is like, come on, you still have it in you to enact this plan, this ambitious state of yours. Some of you, this involves a creative project, but also maybe the drive, the ambition, the dream to go to Egypt, you know, the drive, the ambition, to dream to actually move and live somewhere where you really have been dreaming about living. Now, this place where you could be living in could be somewhere that feels very familiar to you, or you've been dreaming of it because you've had a past life there. This could also be culturally or religiously speaking, a religious place. Like this could be visiting Mecca, and this is a pilgrimage that you get to make as a Muslim. Or if you don't feel a major resonance with Islam, then maybe this is something that you could feel, just culturally speaking, where, you know what, I need to visit Mecca. I need to travel. I need to go to the sacred site. This place, this home, involves a feeling of peace. It involves creativity. It involves choices. It involves leaving something behind and moving something forward. This could also involve world travel here, with these two cards, Two of Wands and the Eight of Wands and the Knight of Wands indicate movement and travel. Also planning for success, planning for travel, planning for a goal to be realized. With the Knight of Wands, I'm picking up on many people here have Sagittarius in their chart. I see here with the Page of Wands, this is a new beginning, something exciting that's going to make you feel very, very fulfilled. And I think that here with the Hierophant, this involves a level of commitment. Now, the Hierophant in astrology is the house of Taurus, which is in the second house. And the second house involves, and we have number 2 here as well, which is interesting. The second house involves the house of possessions. Also, you know, the house of your value, like what do you value? Also being religious about this thing. I feel like some of you, this could involve a place where you get to call home because of this place being religious, a religious sacred site that holds a lot of value to your creed, your culture, your, I just heard, state of mind. I also see partnership here, and I see a relationship. I also see a same-sex partnership, but I also see, what I'm picking up on is also like a self-sacrificial nature. So this could also be the shadow aspect of Pisces. So some of you could have Pisces in your chart too. You could have Pisces in your second house, by the way, in your natal astrology. If you'd like to have a booking and a reading on your natal chart in astrology, where I go deeper into where you get to go, where you get to live, your life purpose, some life guidance as well. It's a little bit more accurate than the tarot, because it's based on your date of birth and the location of where you're born, and you can book a reading directly on the website, okay? So what I'm seeing here is that you've been very committed to paying your rent. You've been very committed and religious about paying your taxes on time. You know, this is the father energy. This is also the energy of just being very dedicated and doing things by the book. I think you've accomplished what you've needed to accomplish in this current home. The Temperance card, the Taurus card involves Venus as well, and Taurus is ruled by Venus, planet Venus. We also have the Temperance card here, which is Sagittarius energy, and that would be the 9th house. The 9th house, Sagittarius, is ruled by planet Jupiter, and Venus is the planet of love and money as well, by the way. And Sagittarius Jupiter is the planet of expansion and good luck and fortune. Now, with Sagittarius being your 9th house placement, possibly you have important 9th house placements and 2 second house placements in your astrology. I see that there's the energy of philosophy. Some of you could be changing your religion, by the way, or having more of a philosophical view on faith in general and spirituality. And this involves your home. Some of you are also being asked to have more faith in your home. Is telling you to have more faith. With the 8 of Wands, it's telling me that there is a big deal on travel here. I feel like your home involves travel, okay? Now let's have a look at the bottom of the deck. Queen of Cups. Now, and the Queen of Pentacles, wow. I feel like a lot of you are mature, over the age of 40 or 35 plus, and I see that you have been taking care of yourselves, you've been taking care of other people, you've been taking care of your brood, your family, you've paid your dues, you've paid your taxes, you've been very diligent, you've been having a very good work ethic in your life, you've stabilized a really good career for yourself, and you've also been attending to the needs of others as well. You're very loving and compassionate. That's just your natural state. But I see here that something is lacking here, and what's lacking is that your dreams haven't been met fully. Okay, now let's have a look at, there's also transformation taking place in your life here. I just had a flash of Scorpio energy here with the Death card. Now your home involves a new idea, a wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. And we have the Sun. Archangel Uriel, life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. So a lot of you, your home involves moving somewhere that is sunny, because we have Wands energy, which does talk about the summertime, talks about movement, travel. Your home, your place where you need to be, or if you are in this place right now, involves some of you just holiday travel. Maybe you are already in the place that you want to live in, but involves holiday travel somewhere hot and sunny, where the sun shines the majority of the year. Now let's have a look at the Ace of Michael, which is the Ace of Swords. There's the energy also I'm picking up on is you get to be in a place where you are able to be your truest self, where you're able to, it feels more authentic to you, this place. This place feels more authentic to you. You feel more in your truth, rather than being in the truth of others, which means I feel like some of you have been, I just heard breadcrumbed. Also, maybe some of you have been people pleasing, and now you get to please yourself. Okay, now let's have a look at the Ace of Michael. Okay, so you've come up with a wonderful new idea, which also would include the Page of Wands and the Two of Wands, and it is creative. Insight that had previously eluded you shines upon a situation or problem. Now the way forward is clear to you, and you move full steam ahead. There is an opportunity here to do things in an entirely new way. Give attention to the details in your plan of action, but also keep an eye on the big picture. There could be a bumpy start, but don't let that deter you from continuing the move forward. Clear up any communication problems with others. Don't allow misunderstandings to fester. Get to the truth of the matter. Be honest with yourself. Look for the silver lining and don't give up. Okay, so your home involves your vision. Your home involves your gumption. Your home involves your authenticity, and also involves you clearing up misunderstandings and being perseverant. Your home involves a mountain, I would say, also a peak. I feel like some of you have peaked at the place that you are at right now, or you have peaked at in your current situation. So now there is a need to move forward into the next chapter of your life. With the Ace of Swords, it's a new beginning. So with the Sun card, we have number 19. The Sun card in your astrology would be really interesting to see where you have your Sun. Now your Sun sign is your natural self, at least the self that is your soul's calling. Now your soul is the Sun. Your soul is calling you to, yes, see life as being wonderful. See that you will thrive through the positive power of your thinking. And also, this is about success here. I also see worldwide fame here. I see worldwide fame, definitely. The Sun card involves confidence, happiness and joy. Now Archangel Uriel is coming through here to give you a message. The Sun sign is the happiest card in the deck. Now the Sun sign also is your leadership powers, your shine. A lot of you have, you know, Jupiter is your ruling sign and Venus is your ruling sign as well. Like dominant signs in your astrology is Jupiter, Venus and the Sun. I also think that if they are not your dominant placements in your astrology, this is how you're coming across as. You're coming across as very fortunate, very financially stable. And I think that this place is where your home is also going to profit you back. This new place or this place where you're going to be living in, I feel like your home is actually where you are moving into energetically for a lot of you. And it involves you continue to stay committed to your goals and your plans, but also involves you just taking a little bit of a step back in your career and just having a bit more fun. It involves your tribe. It involves also you having more confidence in your leadership abilities. That's what I'm seeing here. And childhood, maybe tapping into your inner child, childhood play. I also see someone who is very well known for what they're doing as well with the Sun card. And they're known for being committed, and they're known for being attractive, handsome, beautiful, and fortunate and lucky. Yeah, essentially, just generally speaking. Life is wonderful, great things are headed your way, and your plans will succeed beyond your wildest dreams. Keep your thoughts and words positive with you, and you thrive. Believe in yourself and those around you during this magical time in your life. Archangel Uriel brings brilliant epiphanies to those who ask for his help. Inspiring new ideas lead the way to abundance and happiness. Public recognition or awards are also very possible during this time. So I feel like, generally speaking, I know this is a reading about your home, but I think that actually you're moving into a state of your being where you are about to open the door to great opportunity and opportunities, plural, and being more successful. And I think that your home is about you being successful within and feeling confident within. Now we're going to be having a look at the Sacred Sites Oracle cards by Barbara Meiklejohn Free, and seeing where your past life home was and where your home gets to be in your new lifetime, as in this lifetime. We have Baalbek, which looks like Greece to me. We have Knossos, which also looks like Greece to me. So we have Europe here, big time. We have Santiago de Compostela, another European place in Spain. So this is a path of a sacred path, a spiritual path, a knowing. A lot of you have an inner knowing. A lot of you have also experienced a past life in Greece. I feel like your gnosis is being activated, your inner knowing is being activated. A lot of you, you remember we spoke about religion and faith, and some of you are moving from religion to a more philosophical mindset. It's about you being activated into this knowing, inner knowing. We have Adishka, which I think could be Turkey. Now, I think here, I think your home and what your home is telling you is actually this is really beautiful. You're coming into a sense of inner knowing, and you're coming into a sense of self-confidence and mastery. Now, I think that for a lot of you, your home gets to be somewhere lovely and sunny, and I think this has been a dream of yours to live somewhere where there's a lot of sunshine. And I think this dream has been occurring for you since your childhood. And I think that, yeah, that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that there's a place here that you get to live. If you don't live there already now, if you already live in this place, then just ignore this message. And if this message doesn't resonate with you, then you can go to pile 1 or pile 3. I think your home involves you being able to be creatively expressive. So let's have a look at Baalbek and just see what messages are from your past, okay? Or your past life home, right? You're invited to sing, dance, drink and make love. Will you accept joyfully or decline for fear of repercussions? The Bacchanalia, where festivals of Bacchus, the Roman god of wine and fertility. The vine leaf represents the sacred drink created from ivy and vine leaves that gave access to altered states of consciousness, allowing communion with the spirits of nature and the divine. The celebrants honoured the divine through copulation. Today, wine is drunk not in a sacred manner, but rather to numb consciousness. Sex is seldom now seen as a union with the divine, yet ancient rituals understand sexual climax to be one of the most powerful moments of sacred connection available to us. The Bible declared such sexual activity to be sinful, and that guilt has been passed down to us. Have you been made to feel guilty about enjoying physical pleasure in the past? You know, some of you could also be removing yourself from the Catholic Church as well. You know, and the shadow aspect does talk about a lot of, you know, a lot of negativity about, you know, abortion and about, you know, physical intimacy as a sin, right? So maybe this is you moving from one religion to the next, and that's where you find your home. Now remember, your home can be a physical place, but also can be a mental state, or even a community, a group of people, or even like a creed, you know, a religious take. So maybe you found your home in a particular faith and now you're moving into another faith, or maybe you're seeing something more scientific rather than spiritual. I mean, that can't be fully the case because you're here listening to this video because it's a very spiritual channel, Abstract Medicine. But maybe you're being more cynical, possibly, which is fine. I feel like you're definitely leaving something behind and moving into something new. And I think you're excited about it. I also think you've put your dreams on hold for something. Maybe for a sin, so-called sin, or maybe it's because you know, you've committed to having children and you've done your thing and you've paid your taxes and all of this, and now you get to just live your authenticity and your truth. And I think some of you, this will not resonate for all of you, but some of you, honestly, I think you've been in a cult and you've released yourself from that cult, and maybe you've had families and friends and members who you thought were friends and family, but they have not been in touch because that's the rule of the cult, is that there's an ostracization. So maybe it's like you going, well, screw this, I'm going to go and live my life and have an amazing adventure and travel, and I'm going to have kids on my own, and I can do this on my own. I don't have to be in a partnership to do that. I feel like a lot of you are going solo on this mission, and I feel like your home is really where you get to shine and be and find your inner truth and find your inner knowing and finding your inner knowledge, and maybe revisiting some dreams that you've put on hold for a particular cause, a particular religion, or, you know, something like that. So what I'm seeing here is maybe some of you have let go of drinking alcohol because it was seen as sinful, but I actually see you now enjoying drinking alcohol, and, you know, whatever it could be. I mean, this could also be like some sort of addictions that you've experienced, and or even trauma that you've experienced in childhood, in particular, with a particular connection with religion. And I see that here now you get to find home within yourself and find your time to shine. That's what I'm seeing here. So we have indulgence. The energy here is of indulgence and Lebanon. some of you could have been really strict on your diet as well. And now you see your home as your temple, your body as your temple, and say like, you know what, I'm actually not going to deprive myself of, you know, so-called depravities by like having fun, enjoying, drinking well. Temperance energy, Sagittarius energy with Bacchus, it's wine, and Jupiter is very jolly. You know, it's the god of joy and the god of expansion. Just be careful not to overindulge too much is the main message. But in your past, maybe there's been an overexertion of power in your life. Maybe there's been an overexerting father figure or father or practice that you've been very religious about doing, and now you just get to release and let go and put your hair down, enjoy and travel and just tap into just having fun, like a child's first experience of a fun activity. So it's kind of, I know it's kind of vague for some of you, but I see here that you know, maybe there's a level of shame with regard to your past, and maybe you get to talk to a therapist about whatever you've been going through, and maybe it's about releasing this shame and having therapy in order to heal this trauma or past experience, where you get to feel free, maybe for the first time in your life. Maybe you get to feel free for the first time in your body. Maybe you get to feel free to think freely. You know, remember that your home is also where you think, like where your mind is. Where is your mind at right now? And I think in your past, I think there's been a bit of clouded judgment. Some of you, you get to find clarity here with the sun. So your mental state, where you think, your home of where you think is also going to be clearing, and you're going to feel more clarity. You're going to be feeling more clarity here with the Ace of Swords, and finding your own truth, like what really brings you joy, like what inspires you, what makes you feel like what, you know, because your reality is also shifting as well, like how you're perceiving things is also shifting. And I think that your perception of the world involves you traveling around the world. I think your perception of where you get to find a sense of home and comfort involves speaking and being with people from different places and speaking different languages and having different faiths and creeds and cultures and ways of doing things. And you know, this is also LGBTQ plus community as well. Yeah, I think it's about moving from one paradigm to the next paradigm for a lot of you. I also think that a lot of you in the beginning message is about maybe just not people pleasing all the time, and actually you get to find your home in being yourself and being your authentic self. So say for example, being a little bit more Aquarian, being a little bit more like, you know what, I'm going to put my hair down and not play the rules so much. I'm just going to be a little bit of a rebel and wear what I want to wear. Like dress, costume, hair is so important to your own sense of identity. I feel like a lot of you are really moving actually from one identity to the next, and that's where you find your home. This could also be branding too. So we have Lebanon, so some of you could be Lebanese, or your parents could be Lebanese, or one of you could be. Let's have a look at Knossos. Knossos, I think, is in Greece. So your past life was in Greece for a lot of you. Your energy focus is escape. So some of you have. There's a beautiful crow on the roof. Hi! And there's a little blackbird underneath. What is the crow saying? It's a baby one, it's not that big. I don't think it's a raven. It is a crow, it's just a small one. It's really nice. It's moving its feathers a bit. Hi, it's looking through the window, it's really pretty. What's your message, mate? I don't think it has a message. This crow doesn't have a message. The blackbird is just staring as well. So I think actually the crow was more of a symbol of your gnosis, your spiritual connection, and that your spirit team are guiding you well into the next chapter. The Cretan Minotaur, half man, half bull, was trapped within the labyrinth at Knossos by King Minos. The meandering pattern of the card's depiction of the labyrinth suggests the convulsions of the human brain. Your mind can serve you. You see how, remember I spoke about the brain? So a lot of you are getting clarity in your brain, in your mind, okay? And rather than going circles and circles around your mind space, your mind can serve you well or allow you to spiral into despair depending on your conditions or conditioning. Has stubbornness or suppressed anger caused you great trouble in your past? Remember I spoke about anger being suppressed here as well at the beginning. The Minotaur asks you now to reflect on your thinking at that time. Perhaps you were too bullheaded, Taurus energy. Perhaps you were too bullheaded. Maybe you needed to awaken your femininity. The Minoan double axe shown here was used only by women during sacrificial rites in the days of bull worship. Remember I spoke about sacrifice as well. Thinking about your past now, allow these axes to cut away any attachments you may still have to unsavory situations and emotions. I think a lot of you have experienced a lot of trauma, and this is about rewiring your brain about what your reality means to you and what it really is to you. It doesn't matter what your reality means to other people, it's about what your reality means to you, and being sovereign within your mind, being sovereign within your body. Your body is yours. It's not owned by anyone else. I think a lot of you have experienced a lot of trauma, maybe even addictions on account of this, because you've needed to escape these pains, which is understandable, and there's no need to feel shame here. However, I think it's important to talk to therapists as well if you can. But I see that your past maybe has been holding you back, and I think now you get to be the driver of your own life in your own car. So that's what I'm seeing, and getting clarity about you know, something painful. Let's have a look at the Santiago de Compostela in Spain card. So, you know, maybe taking a trip to Greece, or Lebanon if possible. I mean, I know there's stuff going on right now there, but these could activate something within you and actually activate clarity. Some of you may have been getting flashbacks on these places too, and there was another message here. Oh, I've forgotten. I guess it doesn't matter, but I think it's about having a holiday and traveling, you know, just having an adventure. I think you feel like you just need to escape your routine, or escape whatever routine you've been fixed on or fixated on, and you just get to have fun and just have a holiday. Like, don't feel bad about booking a holiday for yourself. It doesn't matter what time of the year, it doesn't matter. Just any time you want to travel, go and travel. For his own sake, just have some fun, or, you know, just have some fun. You don't have to tell it. Well, I mean, you don't have to explain it to anyone, is what I'm saying. Now, in your future, we see your home. So your past life homes were Lebanon and Greece. In your future home could involve Spain and moving to Spain, in particular Galicia. This is a sense of your energy being focused on reconciliation, okay? So let's have a look at your future potential. The stars shine at St. James. The stars shine as St. James looks kindly upon his resting place. The Milky Way, also called the Camino de Santiago, appears to trace the route of the pilgrim's path across Europe. Compostela means field of stars, which refers to the Milky Way and to St. James, the patron of stars and pilgrimage. Now, remember we spoke about film, TV, art, fashion, creativity. This could be going to a place that has stars in it, star power, well-known people, involving creativity and the arts. All will experience Starlight shines hope in the hearts of those experiencing a dark night of the soul. So some of you could be experiencing a dark night of the soul at this moment, but here's the soul saying, you know, you get to shine your light. Be like the pilgrims who approach their Saviour one step at a time. Take your first step and with courage and strength as your companions. St. James witnessed Jesus Christ becoming transfigured. Allow James to see your transfiguration as you are reconciled with the wonderful miracle of who you really are. A lot of you are transfiguring right now. You're transforming. We did have the death card peeking through as well, saying that you're going through transformation right now, pile 2. Allow James to see your transfiguration. You know, see you transform into the beautiful butterfly that you get to be. And this involves risk, dedication, faith, travel to new lands, to places you've never been before, excitement, very exciting. Sagittarius energy is someone who loves an adventure. Taurus energy loves to eat, loves to indulge, loves luxurious comfort, loves to love, loves to feel comfortable. So maybe this is about moving into and out of your comfort zone into a new comfortable place. This could also be moving to Spain, or your home involves traveling to Spain and making a pilgrimage to as well. So let's have a look at Ateshka, because I don't know where Ateshka is. Ateshka. Oh, can't I ever find these things in the booklet? Ay, ay, ay. Here it is. So your energy focus in your future is ignition. Again, we have a lot of fire. Now remember, it's about forgiving those who have hurt you and not forgetting, but releasing that pain and forgiving yourself for staying in that energy for too long. Moving forwards, you get to shine your light to others and be your own redeeming savior, not find that from someone else. Okay, so ignition, your location where you get to move to or travel and have a holiday is Baku, Azerbaijan. So this place is telling you in your future that here is the winged symbol of Zoroastrianism, okay? The religion of the ancient Persian Empire based on good thoughts, good words, good deeds. Zoroastrians often offer prayers beside fire, recognizing its ability to invigorate, to remove the old and birth the new. Now, fun fact, Freddie Mercury was a Zoroastrian, by the way. We have Mercury energy also giving me the energy of the magician. Now, there is something magical about what you are about to move into. So this new home could be very magical in the sun. This new home in the sun could be very magical. I just heard that series, you know, A Place in the Sun. So maybe you've been dreaming about a place in the sun, moving to Spain, relocating. It's magical, this place. But I would say a trip to Azerbaijan would be great. It would be great for you to do this. And doing a fire ritual will also be of importance. So when did fire become associated with hell? Why is it feared? Perhaps fear was deliberately instilled to extinguish fire's true purpose. Zoroaster had a vision of a giant man. The archangel Vahumana, good thoughts, who took him to the wise lord who appointed Zoroaster as a prophet and gave him the doctrines of Zoroastrianism. During his ministry, Zoroaster performed wonderful cures and miracles. Driven by his inner fire, take steps towards building up your inner fire, learn to fire walk, perhaps, or just spend time with fire. Letting the naked flame speak to your own light. Allow no one and nothing, neither word nor deed, to extinguish your flame. You have a right to burn brightly. Now again, I think you've been playing small, pile 2, and your home involves being somewhere sunny. It definitely involves an energy of fire. It involves you shining a big old flame and burning light to others, that you will not be extinguished and your life will go on, like Freddie Mercury's song from Queen. I want to break free. So you're breaking free from a mindset, a religion, a dogma, a group of people, or a place where you were just shining not so brightly, and now you get to shine somewhere very, very bright. Bit of an abstract one, this one, but that's fine. So I see here that it's wonderful being committed and maybe even overcommitted and stubborn with your goals, but now you get to really be at home in yourself, and wherever you are, that's where your home is. I think it's about living a life of authenticity, and maybe I would say living a life where you're actually going to be moving away from people. You're closing the door on many people and places where you associate yourself with. I also think that there's a rebranding here, so I think your online home is also changing, and I also think that you're going to get a glow up on account of all of these changes too. You're going to get a lot of admirers as well. Pile 2. I hope this message has helped you. If it has, please do press the like button, subscribe to the channel, maybe even make a comment if you feel called to. And if you'd like a private booking with your personal situation and reading, or whatever it may be about where you're going to be living and what that looks like to you, and you know, is it going to be a white picket fence? Are you going to have kids and all these things? You know, you can book a reading with me and we can have a look at your astral natal chart too. Thank you so much. God bless. Take care. Maybe have a listen to pile 1 or pile 3. God bless. Bye for now. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. So for those of you who picked this beautiful card, then this will be your reading. So far the readings have been very abstract. So we'll see if this is a place where you get to move to as a physical place, or this is more of a spiritual place. So let's have a look at what your home is trying to tell you and where your home will be. Deeper. You are not finished. You are not yet done. Dig deep and deeper. The best is to come. Hold on and hold on. Okay, so some of you are being asked to go deep into your situation, deep into your, dig deeper. I feel like some of you are being asked to look into your ancestry and find more about yourself, like discover yourself a bit more. Really learn who you are is what I'm hearing. Now I've already pre-shuffled the cards to save some time, and the cards that came out in the Rider-Waite deck is the Queen of Pentacles. Oops. The Two of Wands. Two of Wands came out in the same position in pile 2, so you may resonate with pile 2, or some of you have come in from pile 2. Pile 3, we have the Temperance card. The Hierophant. The Knight of Wands. Let me just pull these cards as well. Knight of Pentacles, Page of Cups, the Nine of Cups. Okay, so what I'm going to say here, and we have the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. What I'm going to say here is, immediately, I do not read reverse cards, but I'm going to take a note of the fact that the Queen of Pentacles, the Temperance card, the Hierophant, and the Nine of Cups came out in the reversed, which is telling me that there are messages here from Spirit saying that you have been very unhappy with your situation and you haven't found a way out. So some of you could also be trapped in a situation at this time. I'm just doing a clearance for you and for me. you could be trapped in a situation at this time, and you could be feeling a real lack of self-worth. Now this is about digging deep into your situation. Dig deeper into who you are, and there you will find your treasure, is what I'm hearing. So I don't think this is a necessary, like, a place where you'll be moving to, because there's actually no movement here. I don't think there's any home where you'll be moving to. I think this is more of a place where your home is telling you to, maybe even your physical home right now is telling you, you need to look deep into your situation. You need to go really deep into some self-discovery here. Now, we have Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy here with the Queen of Pentacles. Virgos are very good at looking at the finer details and discovery here. And I think that Virgo energy also is the ruler of health in the sixth house in astrology. So I would say here that maybe your financial health hasn't been very good. Maybe you've been feeling lacking, and maybe you may have maybe you've been overgiving financially, or maybe you've been overgiving your energy. And I don't think there's been a reciprocity here. I think this is about digging deep and maybe asking the bigger questions here. Virgo energy is the energy of the Hermit too. It's about, you know, asking the big questions of, why am I here? What am I doing? What is my life purpose? Where am I going? Like, I think that there's a lack of direction with you, pile 3, and this is really no criticism. Please do not get triggered. This is about me helping you and supporting you and guiding you on what's best. Okay, so I would say what's best is to write down your plan, particularly at this time of year, you know, December 2023. At the end of this year, we're moving into a new cycle, a new chapter, a new year. So maybe you've had a really tough year this year. You know, maybe you've had just a long slog of it this year. And maybe what Spirit is saying is to write down what you get to receive in the next year, what you get to do for yourself. If there's been lack of travel, like holidaying or doing things that you want to do that's fun for you, then next year, or the next chapter, whenever you're tuning into this video, all my videos are timeless, it's about enacting those desires and making a solid plan. So I'm seeing a lot of you doing a vision board. I'm seeing a lot of you making a list of things that you want to do. And I think this is going to be taking you by surprise, because I think round the corner there's something that is fun around the corner. I think you've been waiting for other people to fix you or fix your plans, or you've been waiting for other people to save you. There's an energy of codependency as well, energetically, I'm picking up on, which is fine. I mean, it happens to all of us, but I feel like you don't get to take any nonsense anymore. You don't get to just sit and bear it anymore. You get to start a new life that is going to be solid, and it starts with who you are. With the Ace of Pentacles, it starts with you. You're no longer going to be accepting people who are really aggressive with you and say horrible things to you with the Knight of Swords. That's what I'm picking up on energetically. You've been unsure about what to do, but it starts with you. It starts with your sense of value, and it's about that Ace of Pentacles energy of looking deep in who you are. And a lot of the messages for the collective in this reading in general, pile 1, pile 2 and pile 3, is about looking at your self-worth. And so what I'm seeing here for you, pile 3, is you get to really commit yourself to positive affirmations. You get to really replenish your own cup. You get to really feel abundant in that activity. and self-satisfied and happy that you're doing that without shame, without regret, without feeling like you need to hide, without feeling like you need to explain yourself, without feeling like you need to overexert your energy in order to make other people happy. I think in all of this whole collective energy, for all of the readings for Abstract Medicine Collective, it is about all of us replenishing our energy for ourselves and feeling like we can do what we want when we want without apology. That's what I'm saying. I'm having my lovely ashwagandha tea. It's a herbal tea, and ashwagandha is a great herb for yogis, yoginis, particularly for those of you who are suffering from inflammation. It's really good for that, and it helps your immune system and reduces stress as well. Yeah, I think that was really the main message. I don't think you've been happy, and I think you've been putting your happiness towards other people, and you've been putting your happiness on the side. And I think that Spirit is like, you know what? We're going to offer you a little bit of a hint, a nice little surprise for you just around the corner. And that surprise could be something that you've been waiting for a long time. I think your home involves you feeling stable financially, being at a place where it is green. I think there is a little body of water. I think there's maybe like a pond close by. I think that this place where you live is going to feel very nourishing for you, and it's peaceful. This could be in nature. I don't think this is in the city. I think this place, if anything, is very serene, very idyllic. And I think this place where you live is going to be a very long-term investment if you're choosing to move somewhere. But really it starts with you digging deep into what you accept from yourself and from others moving forward. I think that there is a real issue with self-worth here, and it happens to the best of us. It happens to me too. And I think we need to now stay committed, Pole 3, with healing ourselves here with the Temperance card. And the Taurus energy here is about nourishing your own home, being at home for a while, maybe away from people could be a good idea here with the Virgo energy as well, and the Hermit. Let's have a look at the Archangel Power Tarot cards by Radley Valentine. Okay, these have been quite useful for the piles. We have the Three of Ariel. Do what you love, a time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavours, working with others in a cooperative manner. Now, Archangel Ariel is the archangel involving finances. So she's the archangel of physical attributes. She represents the material world. So Archangel Ariel's cards deal with the daily part of living, including physical health. Remember I spoke about physical health, mental health. Pursuing education and careers, and the planet on which we reside, planet Earth. Yeah, so again, it's somewhere green. It has to be somewhere green with a body of water. And her love of the world's animals and environment. So some of you, your home may actually be you introducing a pet. Could be a fish, could be a horse if you're able to, a donkey, or maybe doing some horse riding. Sagittarius energy here I'm picking up on too. But I see that it could involve a pet, a rabbit, a goat, a sheep, I don't know, something like that. But I actually see here with the Three of Ariel, which is the Three of Coins, is about number 3, the energy of creativity and the energy of the Empress. So nurturing and being your own mother. If you've been lacking that in your life and you've been lacking a positive role model as a mother, then this is about you nurturing yourself as the mother that you get to be. Maybe this is about spirit preparing you for motherhood, and your home involves a new child coming through. With a Page of Cups, this is a child. And I see here that maybe you've been over nurturing and nourishing other people, and your home now gets to be your vessel. Your womb space is now the home that you get to focus on. So your womb, your creativity, your what you're birthing into, what you're giving birth to, my apologies. You know, the house of creativity is the 5th house, which is the house of Leo, and it's the sun. So I think everything really starts from there. And there's something really interesting about the womb being an important vessel, and also yeah, your root chakra being an important zone in your body where everything begins from there in your life. And I think that's been out of balance. Some of you may have had some issues with your reproductive organs because there's been like a lack of balance here, particularly here with the Temperance card. And we also have a triangle here, and the 3 is a triangle. Anyway, so do what you love. It's important to follow your passions and do your very best work. There is great talent and skill present. The task at hand can be a joyful experience and may bring Mercury retrograde is doing leaps around my communication. And may bring recognition or financial reward. This is a time of great personal growth in your career or your artistic endeavours. I think where you get to move into is an energy of collaboration. Get the input of those around you, but don't be afraid to confidently share your ideas. A labour of love, being paid to be creative, awareness of your potential, being a mentor. I think you've been a mentor for other people, and now you get to be a mentor for yourself, and being more self-aware. And your home involves your own personal acknowledgement that your physical home, your physical vessel, involves a level of maturity and also a level of focus. So some of you are also now maturing from one age chapter into a new age chapter, one circumstance in your life to a new life-changing circumstance to your life. I don't really know if you're really going to be physically moving anywhere, but I think your home involves those things I mentioned about feeling more at ease with who you are, accepting your flaws, accepting your white hairs, your wrinkles, your maybe flabby side, no matter what you do, exercise wise or food wise. I think there's been a lack of balance with food as well, and I think you just get to nurture yourself more. Like the energy that you put into other people, you get to do that for yourself now moving forward. And this is where you find your home. This is where you find grounding, collective, who pick pile 3, and this is where you find stability. Yeah. The other cards that we had for you, you're the only pile out of the other 2 piles where you have 3 archangel messages. Now we have the 8 of Raphael. There is something better waiting for you. Do what you know is right for you. A spiritual quest. We have 4 of Ariel. When you give, you also receive. Being resistant to change. Extremes in how you save or spend. All right. And we have the Sun, which also came out in pile 2 in the same position. Life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. Now I'm going to say, just like I did with pile 2, that your home involves you being somewhere sunny. It really helps your mood in general, and it also involves a place where you'll be traveling to that is going to be very sunny for you. It's somewhere that's lovely and sunny and gorgeous, and it's going to be a very nourishing place. This starts with you first. It starts with For you, your home involves who you are, what you're thinking, what you're eating, what you're ingesting, who your people are. Are they giving you good advice? Are they people that you can trust? I feel like a lot of this involves a lack of trust within yourself, and you get to dig deep into trusting who you are, trusting your intuition, trusting that you get to have faith in your own abilities, your creative endeavors. You get to be the boss of your own life. You get to negotiate how you see fit. You get to do what you want to do without having to explain anything to other people. And your home starts with you, collective, pile 3. And I think that a lot of what you do is creative. And I think that a lot of what you do is very nurturing and healing for many people. Now, this could be anything from the arts to spirituality and everything in between and outside of that. So I think that a lot of you are needing to move away from people who don't bring you joy, who drain your energy. I think a lot of you are moving into the next chapter, and it involves a level of risk as you move into and over this bridge to find faith and healing with Archangel Raphael, who is the Archangel of healing and love. Some of you may have moved out of a relationship, may have moved out of a home, may have moved out of a sense of stability, and you're moving into a new sense of stability, but it requires faith, because there's something, you know, that you feel innately, psychically, spiritually. You feel that there is something on the other side of this situation that wasn't emotionally satisfactory for you with the 8 of Raphael, with the 8 of Cups, because it wasn't giving you that 10 of Cups. You didn't get your 9 of Cups, you didn't get your 10 of Cups, you didn't get your wish fulfillment, you didn't get your happiness, your joy, your emotional fulfillment. And there's been stagnation. So this can involve a partnership, this can involve a career, this can involve maybe losing a baby. I'm sorry to hear and say that, but that's what I'm seeing. And now you get to move into a new chapter where you are able to do that and fulfill that. Now I'm just going to bring in Britney Spears for a moment. Britney Spears, I think she's 2 years older than me, and she lost her baby with her soon-to-be ex-husband. And obviously that was an energy of dejection, an energy of shame and pain and deep regret. And she's experienced this before, as we know from her book, which I'm actually yet to read, but where she's had to abort her baby with Justin Timberlake. Spoiler alert. If you don't know, that's a major thing, and also a major red flag in a relationship, you know, where your partner is telling you to lose the baby, you know, get rid of the baby, whatever. You wanted this baby, and you wanted this new beginning, and you wanted this new project that is very creative and feels like a baby, but it just hasn't been, but it didn't come through to the full trimester. You know, it didn't come through into its fulfillment of itself, and this was very painful for you. And where you find your home is finding that you are worthy. Your home is where your heart is. Your home is where you get to attract and find personal self-satisfaction and fulfillment emotionally. And I think this involves moving away from people where there isn't an equal give and take, where there's a lack of reciprocity, where there's a lack of commitment, there's a lack of emotional intelligence, there's a lack of love. This can involve family too. And this is where you move into the energy of unconditional love. This is where you move into a new chapter of birth. But I feel like a lot of you are rebirthing yourselves right now, pile 3. And I think a lot of you, your home involves where there is a bridge. Physically, I see bridges here, particularly here with the Archangel Ariel card and the Raphael card. I see China here. I also see Japan for some of you. We also have the energy of the sun opening up a new doorway of wonder and fulfillment and healing and inspiration and success. I think a lot of you are destined to be somewhere hot, somewhere sunny, somewhere warm, somewhere that is very culturally different from you, where they practice a different custom, they practice a different language, culture, they speak a different language. I think you need to be somewhere elevated that reflects who you truly are. And this place where you're moving into, which is sunny, if this is a place or you've been traveling somewhere sunny, it's going to really replenish your thoughts and really replenish you with your inspiration, your creativity. It's going to really inspire you. And I think this place where you're in right now, in your physical home, is good, it's healthy, it's lovely, and it's green and it's in nature. But I think it's more about people aren't showing up how they're meant to be showing up for you. And I don't think that you're in a relationship that is what you've dreamt. You're not in a relationship of your dreams, and you get to be in a relationship of your dreams. Now I'm moving on to the Sacred Sites Oracle cards by Barbara Michael-John Free. They're quite fun cards to see where your past life was and that home, that location, and where you get to move into. Yeah, so we have Mount Fuji, which we have here, which is basically exactly the same card here, which is beautiful. I mean, look at that. Japan. A lot of you are going to be going to Japan. Oh, I'm so jelly. I want to go to Japan so much. Maybe this is my pile. Some of you getting to work in Japan. Some of you, you know, the Three of Ariel talks about working with highly skilled people. I also do see tea ceremony as well. So in your past life, there was tea ceremony involved. Rather than spilling the tea, which is kind of the energy of gossip, you get to be in remembrance of a past life where you get to be in community of people who love to share in an emotionally healthy way. We have Jerusalem. Wow, very apropos at this time. Gorgeous. We have the Star of David. So in your past life, you could have been Jewish. You may have some very strong links to Christianity as well as Judaism. Yeah, there's something there. Maybe one of your parents is Jewish and the other is Christian, and that was difficult. I'm also seeing that actress. She was in that film Charlie's Angels, and she's half Japanese and half Chinese, which culturally is very, very different, but similar, but very different, and very politically challenging as well, culturally challenging. So there could be a difference here where maybe both your parents are different in some capacity. Like there's such a big difference between Japan and Jerusalem. It's so huge. But yeah, there's something here. I'm also picking up on Isa, Jehovah, Yeshua, Jesus, who is said to have also traveled to Japan. So maybe there's a connection there where you saw his journey in that past life and you were there to bear witness. Let's have a look at the middle card. I mean, look at that, Medina. Wow, gorgeous. Bees. We have Newgrange. I don't know where these, I think this is an island maybe. And the last card we have Plains of Bagan. Okay, so I think that might be in Southeast Asia for sure. Let's just have a look. Let's have a look at your past. Let's have a look at your past, all right? What am I doing? Wait, hang on. Here's the book. Mount Fuji. So these could be places where you'll be traveling to in order to find a sense of home, you know, recognition. And these places, I'm going to tell you right now what they're telling you. So you get to find home in your physical home. If there's been havoc in your womb space as well, and your, you know, your fertility organs, there will be tranquility. Okay, by the way, there'll be an ease. Honshu Island, Japan. So if you're struggling to tolerate adversity without getting annoyed or anxious, follow the Japanese example and have a cuppa. The Japanese tea ceremony is a spiritual experience that teaches patience, respect, and harmony. The host is always considerate of her guests. During the Zen Buddhist ritualized procedure, what do you practice to quieten your life? Does your soul cry out for peace and quiet to be in harmony with nature? Is it time for some self-cultivation? Meditation helps you allow negative thoughts and feelings to pass by. Look at the Shinto symbol, the tori, and allow your frustration to fade. Become aware of the sacred. The Tori gateway marks the boundary between profane space and sacred space. Can you remember the last time you experienced real tranquility and left the outer world behind? Remember that the physical world is but a hectic shadow of material relevance, but little meaning, spiritual meaning. Now that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that your natural state is connected with your past life in Mount Fuji, or in Japan in general, where you were giving to your hosts. And now, in this lifetime, maybe you've been overgiving and you haven't just been getting. You don't do something because you expect something to come back to you. You just do that because that's your natural state, and your natural essence is to be nurturing. But I don't think you've been nurtured yourself, and so you get to find home, understanding, forgiveness and tranquility within you by nourishing your own cup, drinking your own cup, having your own cup of tea, is exactly what I mentioned earlier. Now let's have a look at Jerusalem. I just heard Judea as well. That could be significant. Jerusalem, in your past, focus on the symbol of the Star of David, the six-pointed star that represents unity of opposing forces. Now remember I said there's something dual, there's a dual nature here from your past life, your home. Maybe you are Jewish. Say for example, like Lenny Kravitz, like I think his father was Jewish and his mother was non-Jewish. He's also you know, two races. So there's something here of a difference, and like maybe in where you are living right now you have to choose one or the other. And it's very interesting, I would say, if one of your parents is black, for example, and your other parent is white, it's very interesting that in the West in particular you would have to choose mainly the black community, just because your skin tone is darker than your white skin tone. And to me it's so strange, it's so weird. But then even in your black community, say for example you're not black enough and in your white community you're not white enough, and so there's this kind of like level of self-acceptance of who you are just because of who you are, not because you have to like choose one or the other. You're just who you are, and that's it. And I think that we have to also in society just have tolerance and have understanding that people come into this world sometimes without consciously remembering that they've chosen subconsciously to live that life. You know, we all make soul contracts when we come into this lifetime. And so there's a lesson here that you're learning, and you find home within who you are, unapologetically, which is gorgeous. No matter what your differences are on the outside, you are still the same on the inside. But I think there's something about you where there's a level of leadership here, because we have a Hierophant and the Temperance card. There's something that you're teaching, that you're learning, and this is where you get to find your home, is in a group of people, in an institution, even maybe as a teacher, as a master, as a professor, something that you get to teach your spiritual healing, or you get to teach what you've learnt, what you studied, at a high level, in a high profession. This could also be lecturing, something like that. So yeah, the card also shows Jews at the Wailing Wall grieving for the temple destroyed over 2,000 years ago. Excuse me. Perhaps they are yearning for full connection with the power of the Lord. Is there something from your past that makes you weep? Is life now not all it once seemed? Are you unable to identify with the person you have become, to end the inner turmoil, to bring your opposing ideas into harmony? It is time to rediscover who you really are. Yeah. Meditation, prayers also are of help to you at this time. Let's look at the present right now. There's also a need for reverence, and also the energy of Israel is coming in strong. There could also be a PTSD with regard to Israel and what's going on with Gaza as well at this time. So you may have family in either place or both. You may also have a past life in either place or both. And you know, when I mentioned that maybe you're having to choose one or the other, I think you're going to be choosing the other. And I think that maybe this has involved some sort of ostracization in your society, your group, even online, with this man holding the globe. Okay, so your home really is, you are a citizen of the world if you're multicultural as well, is what I'll say. As am I. Let's have a look. We all are, to be honest with you. We all are. It's one world, isn't it? Anyway, let's have a look at Medina. The energy focus in this card involves tenacity. The location is Malta, so some of you could be traveling to Malta. It is sunny usually all year round, isn't it? So I feel like this is a place where you'd really find a sense of home there, is being in Malta, going to Malta. So let's have a look at your future. The bees, well, let's have a look at your present. Today, members of St. John's Ambulance carry on the knight's legacy, helping those in need. Do you always look out for others? Again, there's this feeling of looking out for others and being very service based, but who's helping you? Who's being of service to you? Pole 2. We cannot heal others until we understand what it is to care for ourselves. Do you always look out for others? Do they constantly call on you for healing, whether through chatting, having a moan, or directly asking for help? Remember, I spoke about gossip as well. I don't feel like it's reciprocal. Whatever your community is and feels like home to you, I don't think it is really where you're meant to be staying. And I think you need to be aware of the energy that is being drained from you right now. This is a message that's come up in all of the readings. And I will say that in your future, you get to allow your own sweetness to show when dealing with others, but be like the bee and rise above any problems. Be tenacious and standing the ground. I think that you just need to nourish yourself, to be honest with you. All right, let's have a look at new range. So a holiday destination could be Malta. It's really interesting because I wasn't expecting this whole reading, and I don't really know how to title this work, because I think I'm going to have to retitle the whole reading. Okay. I thought this reading was going to be all about like your new home, it's going to be a physical place or whatever, but a lot of it has been abstract for the piles. So new range, where you get to be is in the energy of illumination. I think some of you are going through a spiritual awakening as well. And it's in County Meath in Ireland, which is really interesting. My ancestors come from there, from my father's line. So powerful. So moving forward, it is said that Angus, the Irish god of love, resided in a palace at Newrange near the River Boyne. Legend has it that his kisses of love manifested in the form of 4 white doves whose song sprung up in the hearts of young maidens, along with the sound of his harp. As you look at the doves on the card, feel the love of Angus and hear their healing celestial song. This sound of the highest vibration is an offering to you that transforms the darkness that resides within you and reveals the light being that waits deep within your subterranean self. You have the potential to transmute the dark cloud in your life into white doves of peace. If you can only find in yourself both understanding and love, the light of the shining ones and the light of Angus, God of love. So I think some of you are going to be making a pilgrimage to Ireland, and this is where you'll feel really at home there. And also feeling the sense of love from spirit as well there. Maybe because you've received a lack of love in your life. Now let's have a look at the planes of Bagan. Now the energy focus for you in your future is deliverance. The location is Mandalay region in Myanmar, and begun by King Anawatha and completed by King Kiansita in 1089. The most important shrine in Bagan is the Shwezigon Pagoda, which is said to house bones and hair of the Buddha. Every year it attracts pilgrims for a great festival during the traditional months of Nador, which is November-December. So maybe this is a place where you'll feel really at home, or you may even move to. Like Angelina Jolie, for example, she's in this energy of Eight of Cups, Eight of Raphael. The sun for me would be Los Angeles, and she's going through like acrimonious divorce right now with Brad Pitt, which is really unfortunate, but it's some sort of life lesson that they're both learning. And he's also Sagittarius, by the way. I don't know what her sun sign is, but anyway, she mentioned that she wants to go, she'd like to go back to where her son, whom she adopted from Southeast Asia, she wants to live there, if anything. Now this could be the same thing, that you just want to live somewhere that's kind of off grid, or somewhere that feels more in line with your past life. And I think that Southeast Asia, also Ireland, are maybe places that feel really, that you really connect with. And this could be you traveling to those places around November, December time. This popular festival combines Buddhism with pre-Buddhist Nat, which is spirit worship. The shrine is shown on this card, is also the Golden Glory with the Buddha in the middle and the Nats all around. This combining of two great traditions reminds that our understanding of life must ultimately draw on all things. All your experiences matter and have value. You are never limited to one way. Travel many paths, for life will be rich and enjoyable for as long as you are learning. Now, I actually think that all of these places have a high significance with Jesus as well, because it is said that he's traveled to all of these places. To Southeast Asia, to the Himalayas, to India, to Ireland, to England, to Japan as well. I think there is also a connection with Malta here. I think because of his uncle, his very well-known famous uncle, who was very wealthy. But I think that there is a connection here, so you might be a Christian, or you identify with his teachings. But I would say it's about going on a soul journey for a lot of you, collective, who pick pile 3. And I think that it's about you maybe traveling to somewhere hot and sunny where you don't have to be in winter clothes all the time. But if it's not somewhere that you'll be moving to, this could be, going on holiday to these places and basically doing a pilgrimage. So I hope you've enjoyed this reading. If you'd like to press the like button or maybe make a comment down below, I really appreciate it. Let me know how it resonates for you. If you like a private reading, you can book directly on the website. Maybe even go deeper with your situation and your astrology as well. It might be interesting and fun to do. And if you'd like to tip me, the information is down below. I'm wishing you all the love and light your way. Let me know how it all resonates, and there are other videos here on Abstract Medicine for you to choose whenever you wish to. Thank you so much. God bless. Take care. Listen to part 1 and part 2 if you fancy. Thank you. Bye bye.